This is the WOOC Wireless Cam Pro Kit, and it consists of 2 security cameras which you can easily fit yourself at home to be up and running in a matter of minutes. You might remember WOOC as I reviewed their first ever product, a smart doorbell, on the channel last year, and now they've come back with a security camera kit to add to their ecosystem. And make sure you watch to the end, as I'm going to be giving away a couple of these kits, and I'll tell you how you can win at the end of the video. Setup of these cameras was really easy and everything paired straight away. You don't even need to scan any barcodes or anything. I like a couple of things about this camera kit. Firstly, and most importantly, just like their doorbell, it features local storage for your video recordings. So unlike with my admittedly excellent Nest cameras from Google, you don't have to pay for cloud storage with these, as the base station has built-in storage, so all your footage is stored securely inside your house. That's right, it's built-in storage, so you don't even need to buy a memory card for it. You're good to go right out the box. There's no magnetic mounting option or stand with these cameras. They have to be secured to a wall or post with the 3 supplied screws. There's no other way, which could be a bit restrictive and means they're not really designed to be used inside your house and placed on shelves or mantelpieces. They have to be screwed to a wall, internal or external. I do like how the base station, which is almost entirely empty space, plugs into your router with a wired connection, not via Wi-Fi, so performance will probably be better and more reliable. However, that will also limit placement in many people's homes. Maybe an option of wired or Wi-Fi would have been good. You can also have multiple base stations if you'd like, so for larger houses you could, for instance, have some cameras outside at the front and some at the rear, each with their own base station if you've got network sockets in those rooms. It's also a nice touch that you can charge the cameras via USB from the base station itself, although only one at a time. The cameras connect wirelessly to the base station, which then connects to your home network. It's a shame the cameras can't just be a little bit more independent, so if you have a mesh network, they could hook onto that and then talk over your network to the base station. But despite that, in my tests, the wireless range was pretty good. I put the base station at the front of my house and could still put a camera outside in the back garden as long as I kept it fairly close to the house. The second key feature of these cameras, and somewhere they excel against most Nest and Ring cameras, is that they feature a bright spotlight on the front, meaning that as an alternative to infrared mode, which will always be in black and white, you can turn on the light to illuminate the area around your camera and record events in colour. To be fair to them, Nest does offer a camera with spotlights, but they're designed like huge floppy ears and look a bit weird. And although Ring does a similar floodlight one, they also do a more compact spotlight version too. Now you might think that a camera kit that features 2 cameras and local storage all at this price point would have to cut corners somewhere and therefore produce terrible picture quality. And whilst it's fair to say that it's certainly not high quality video recording, it's adequate for monitoring an area, seeing what's going on and potentially recording a crime taking place. Here are some examples. This is normal daytime footage. This is the black and white night vision. And this is the spotlight night vision. In their marketing, WOOC described the video on these as 2K ultra clear. I don't think the 2K resolution is really that important, as sensor quality, bitrate and encoding is what really matters. And the video I pulled directly off the unit had a resolution of 2304 by 1296 with a bitrate of just under 1.2 megabits a second and only 15 frames a second. So extremely low quality if you judge by the numbers. So extra resolution is a bit pointless at such a low bitrate, as the video becomes blocky and full of artifacts. That said, it's perfectly sufficient for what you need in a security camera. Things like car number plates are clearly visible, even at a bit of a distance from the camera, and the low bitrate creates really small files which are easily shareable, so if you need to send them to the police or anyone else over WhatsApp or something like that, that's a really good thing. One thing I don't like is that the recording duration is fixed at whatever duration you set in the app. Even if something is still going on, it splits it into separate videos, which means important details and bits of evidence can be lost, as the next clip seems to start a few seconds later. That duration time should be a minimum length, not a fixed length, I think. That leads me on to another great feature of this camera kit, and that's how it lets you define detection zones so that you'll only be alerted of motion if it happens in those zones. It's not as mature and advanced as the equivalent feature on the Nest ecosystem. For example, I couldn't draw diagonal lines to create my zone, just a square or a rectangle, but it's still good to see this feature included for no extra monthly cost, and I hope it will develop and be improved over time. So I'd say this is a pretty good little camera system, not at all bad for the price. And of course, if you've already got the smart doorbell from WOOC, which also features a camera, then it will slot right into that ecosystem and work inside the same app. If you want to pick one of these up for yourself, there's a link in the video description underneath the like button, and I'm also giving away a couple of kits too. If you'd like to be in with a chance of winning, leave a comment below and tell me firstly where you'll be installing your WOOC Wireless Cam Pro if you win, and also what's the funniest thing you've ever seen captured on CCTV. I'm looking forward to reading some of those comments. There are full details on the giveaway in the video description, and entries will close on the date shown on screen. Good luck, and next up, why not watch my review of WOOK's first ever product, a smart video doorbell. I'll see you in that one.